A Nottingham charity has sent a huge aid convoy to Afghanistan to save families on the brink of starvation. Muslim Hands, as it's called, has filled 20 lorries with food and blankets from donations from right across the UK. Well, one of its directors has given us a first-hand account of desperate conditions in Kabul after he travelled out from West Bridgford. This exclusive report from our social affairs correspondent, Jeremy Ball.
Saving lives, saving people on the brink of famine. They call it the Convoy of Hope. There's over 300 tonnes of aid here. This is oil. They've sent flour and rice and pulses, blankets and pillows too. The charity couldn't send donations directly because Afghanistan's banking system's collapsed. So they've bought the supplies and driven them from here in neighbouring Pakistan.
We are distributing, as you can see, the emergency food parcels.
The appeal's been organised by Yazrab, who travelled to Kabul from his home at Gamston near Nottingham 2 months ago to join the charity's local team.
It was really heartbreaking when you speak with the internally displaced people. You think you're on a different planet. You could clearly see the children were stunted down to the bone. And that's incredibly harrowing. It was a nightmare scenario. And you know what absolutely struck me and knocked me out of my chair was when they said a potato. If we could just have a potato to eat, that would be our dream meal.
Today at the charity's Nottingham headquarters, news that the aid convoys made it to the Afghan border.
Will it take you 2 days or 3 days to reach Kabul?
Inshallah, 3 days. We need some paper process.
It'll make a huge difference. They'll be identifying people like widows who don't have anyone to sort of help them, orphan children, there's a lot of them about.
How desperate are these people?
Well, you've heard reports of people selling their organs, like kidneys and stuff like that, and also selling their children even. People don't have jobs. People are constantly now begging. When you see anyone approaching a bread shop just to buy bread, and they gather around you.
In these makeshift tents,
Yazrab found some people sheltering in dirt like this under plastic sheets. And the sub-zero temperatures mean they're sometimes forced to burn toxic rubbish.
The fumes from that rubbish is killing them. We could say we could start planning, like income generating programs, but the people need food now. They need warmth and blankets now to survive. And I just felt bitterly upset that, after decades of conflict in the country, they've been left to basically starve to death.
This response is a drop in the ocean in what the World Food Programme's described as the Earth's worst humanitarian crisis. But it's going to support 1,700 desperate families for 3 months. And the charity's already planning more aid convoys.
And Jeremy's here now. You said just then that this was just a drop in the ocean. Is anything else being done? Are there other people helping?
Yeah, first and foremost, Dan, there's a big Afghanistan crisis appeal by the largest aid charities. We're talking charities like the Red Cross, Christian Aid, CAFOD, Oxfam. Now, they're banding together through the Disasters Emergency Committee at the moment. They've raised £15 million. That's already sending food in. It's sorting out heating and clothing. But this is a really huge challenge, and they've called this a crisis of catastrophic proportions.
Crikey. Does that mean that it's going to get even worse?
Well, the real worry now is some communities getting cut off by winter snow, and the World Food Programme is warning because of that at least 3 million Afghan children could face acute malnutrition this winter. That's why these appeals are really becoming so urgent right now. It is tricky, though, for Western governments because, of course, what they don't want is foreign aid propping up the Taliban. And that's why these charity appeals are really an alternative way to get that help to the people who need it most.
OK, Jeremy, thanks very much for that.